around 8:30 at the moment. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle and I'm the owner and creator of The Eighth Salt. It is my handmade small business where I make and sell scrunchies and hair accessory type products. In today's video, I'll be bringing you all along with me to my markets this weekend. It's actually a 2-day market going over Saturday and Sunday, and it is also Father's Day weekend as well. The market is an indoor market and it is located inside a converted warehouse, so it's very new, very modern. There's a lot of restaurants and cafes inside the building, a lot of nice restaurants and cafes. So I'm expecting it to be quite busy for the Father's Day weekend for that reason. There is also retail, fixed retail, that is part of the space. However, the majority of them are on the second level, and a lot of them, or most of them, if not all of them, are closed on the weekend. So the majority of the retail shopping is done through the market. So it'll be interesting to see what we have in store for us this weekend for Father's Day. There obviously will be a lot of patrons there for Father's Day at the restaurants and cafes. It is visited quite frequently for breakfast and brunch type of vibes and lunch vibes. So we are hoping it'll be busy for us after the brunch and lunch rush in terms of the market shopping. So we will see though over the 2 days. The market runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on both days. It's around 5:30 a.m. now. If you can see through the window there, the sun hasn't even begun to rise. And we are up so early because my bump-in is at 6:30 and it takes us about 45 minutes to get there. So we do need to leave soon, but it is a very early bump-in. It does take me a little longer to set up my stall than other vendors, as I do trade at markets on my own. So I set up and pack down my stall on my own. So I do need a little extra time to set up my stall. However, 2.5 hours is a lot of time, especially for an indoor market where we don't need our gazebo. Obviously, setting up a gazebo takes a lot more time. It's 2 extra trips for me. One to carry in the gazebo, and then a second trip for all the weights, and then obviously putting all that up. And even with putting up a gazebo at a market, I still don't need 2.5 hours. But our bump-in is at 6:30, so we will be arriving at 6:45. Yeah, I did snooze my alarm this morning, so we are a little late and running a little behind schedule, but that's okay. We will get there as soon as we can. We will still have a lot of time to set up our stalls though. But we are towards the end of winter here, but it is still really, really chilly and it can get pretty cold in that building sometimes. I have traded there before quite a few times, and one of those times it was freezing inside and I didn't bring a jacket with me. I got prepared today. So I am in a comfy track set and a scarf. They are both from Kmart. My sneakers are from Joe Mercer and my coat is from Forever New. So that is the fit for today. Very comfy, very warm, very cozy, which is the vibe I was after because I am so tired. I only had about 2 hours of sleep last night. I have been prepping for this market, which ran way over time yesterday. I was running really low on extra large scrunchies, particularly with the Saturn range. So I needed to prep all of them ready for this weekend because it is a 2-day market, so I really won't have that much time to prep and sew things tonight for the Sunday market if we do sell today, so I needed to get all that done beforehand, and it took me a really long time. For some of my scrunchie range, in terms of the XL Saturns on my XL board, I only have one color on some of the hooks. There's about 4 or 5 hooks that only have one scrunchie on them, so we did really need to get that sorted and filled out. So I am so tired at the moment, and I will probably be having crashing this afternoon, but we will have some sugar prepared for us just for a pick-me-up. But that is why we are going pretty chilled. I definitely will be underdressed once I take this coat off, which I will be once I get inside the market. So I'll probably look very casual compared to the other store holders, but right now we really need to head out. But first we will be making some tea, and I will be making and packing a quick lunch to take with us, and then we will be heading out to the market, and I will see you all when we get there. Morning. It's so quiet here. It's around 7 a.m. and there is no one here. But I've just finished setting up my tables. I don't know if you can see there. Right there. There was some bad angles, but I'm gonna take you a walk around the market and see what it looks like now at 7 a.m. There's no one here. It is so quiet. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what it looks like this early in the morning. So the market extends all the way down there as well, and behind this shop here as well. It's like a bakery, but I can't be bothered to be walking down there now, but I'll show you what it all looks like later once everyone is here, or at least someone is here, and the market is set up. So I'm going to finish setting up my store. There is a bakery cafe here open, but we will be there setting up my store. So I'm going to finish getting that ready, and I'll check back in with you all later. So that's what it looks like now. There is some room on this side. I'm not sure if I should shuffle my tables over here and close up this gap. I mean, I don't want to block this fire exit, and a lot of the workers for the building use this door, so I'm not sure how close to get here. And if there's another stall holder on this side, I'm not sure if that's enough room for them for their one table, but I've put my boards on. I haven't attached them to the same table, so I can shuffle them over if I need to, but that is the setup at the moment. So I'm gonna get all the hooks on the pegboards and get all the XL scrunchies on there. moment, I've just finished setting up my stall. My bumping was super early at 6:30, so we did have 2.5 hours to set up. So I definitely don't need 2.5 hours. So we do have some time to spare, which is nice. I can drink some of my tea. But that is my stall just here, all set up in a row. It's rare for me to be able to set up my stall in a line in a row like this. It's pretty much the one or two of the only markets that I can set up my stall like this. My display layout is usually some version of a corner, so I'm not too sure how I feel about this row layout, but it is what it is at the moment for this particular market anyway, because I'm not able to, there's definitely not enough room to set it up as a corner store here, because I will be definitely blocking the walkway here. I'll see if I can turn you around. It is a walkway here, and if I do set up my table as a corner, we will definitely be blocking it, and we definitely don't want that. So this line is the way it's going to be here. But as I mentioned, my bumping was super early at 8:30, at 6:30 I should say, which was nice because the car park does get really busy for bumping in the morning, so we were able to avoid that and skip it, and it's usually even busier for bump out as well, but that will be a tomorrow afternoon problem. But for now, I'm just gonna sit and chill until the market begins at 9 a.m. I will be taking some photos of my stall to get them up on social media, and I'll also be filming some TikToks for today as well. So go and check out my socials if you haven't already. I have a ton of content already online, but we will be taking a tour around the market a little later on. A lot of the vendors are still setting up, and some are still arriving actually, so the market hasn't finished getting set up yet. So once it does and it begins, I will take you all for a tour around to show you what it looks like and who is here as well. But for now, I'm gonna sit, chill, drink some tea and get some social media posts up, and I will check back in with you all a little later on. It's around 9:30 at the moment, and the market began at 9 a.m. We will be taking a tour around the market, but there are still a couple vendors still setting up, so we'll give it a couple more minutes before we walk around and check it out. But I am so tired at the moment. I only had 2 hours sleep last night, as I mentioned earlier, and I am definitely feeling it at the moment. I thought I would crash later in the afternoon, but it has happened now already. I definitely need some caffeine, but my tea is way too hot to drink at the moment, so I'm waiting for that to cool down, and I will probably be getting a coffee a little later on as well, and something sweet because I definitely need a sugar fix because the crash is happening already, but we will sort that out later. But I'm gonna flip the camera around and we will take a walk around the market, and I'll show you what it all looks like and who is here today. So let's get that done.
bit kind of busy-ish, which I wasn't really expecting considering it's Father's Day weekend, but I have made quite a few sales at the moment, and the majority of my sales have been scrunchies. I have minimal sales with the hair claws, but the scrunchies have been the top seller today. And it's been a mix of adults and kids today, and it's actually been a lot of fathers purchasing the scrunchies for the mothers, which was quite surprising as well. But it has been pretty good in terms of the trading. I did actually need to stamp a lot of my bags, or all of my bags actually, because I ran out of stamp bags. So luckily I had my stamp packed in my utilities box with me, so I was able just to do that here, like on the spot. And I have stamped, got ink on my fingers everywhere. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing, but that's not great. I've got my logo imprinted on my fingers, and I don't know how that happened because I definitely didn't touch the stamp, so it must have transferred from the actual bags onto my hands and my fingers. So yeah, that's not going to wash off anytime soon, but I will. But we are going to take another walk around the market, probably a little later on though, maybe around 2-ish, 2:30, just to see what it looks like towards the end of the day. The market has finished at 3, but right now I'm kind of hungry. I did eat my packed lunch already, but I've been up for so long. I was up all night last night, and I've been up since 4:30 a.m. this morning, so really hungry at the moment. So we're gonna walk around and see what is still available. It is like early-ish afternoon, but most of the good stuff for the bakeries and things sells pretty early on, so we'll see what there's still left. I do kind of want something savory, so we'll see what there is, and we might get something sweet a little later on, or I might leave that until tomorrow. We'll see. But we will walk around, grab something to eat, and then we'll go for another walk around later on towards the end of the market and see what it looks like then.
It's around 7 a.m. at the moment, and it's the next day. I wasn't able to give you all an update yesterday afternoon at the market, and I wasn't able to give you an update when I got home as well, because I just ended up crashing as soon as I got home, and slept pretty late. I woke up quite late, had a very late dinner, jumped in the shower, and then went back to bed. So I'll give you that update now. The sales yesterday were pretty good considering it is Father's Day weekend. It's actually Father's Day today. So we'll see how trading ends up going today. But I was pretty surprised with yesterday's sales. The majority of our sales yesterday was for our scrunchies. And then our hair claws came second, and then our makeup hair clips. But a lot of people went for the scrunchies and bought quite a few in one transaction as well, so that was pretty good. Definitely surprised with that, because obviously my products are geared towards kids and women, and it is Father's Day weekend, so I wasn't too sure what to expect anyway, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. So I do have high hopes for today as well. I'm hoping I'm assuming there will be a lot of patrons coming through to this venue, because as I mentioned previously, there are a lot of nice restaurants and cafes there, so I'm assuming there'll be a lot of visitors for Father's Day, and they will hopefully be walking about the market as well. But it is around 7 a.m. at the moment. As you can see, the sun has already risen, so because I don't need to unload my car today or set up my tables, I can arrive a little later. So I'm aiming to arrive there at around 8, and the market starts at 9, so that gives us plenty of time to set up the rest of our store, because I was able to leave my tables standing, and I also left my pegboards attached to the tables as well. And I was also able to leave all my stock there at the market. The organizers have a storeroom at the market which holds all the overflow of the market furniture, and we are able to store our goods in that storeroom overnight for this 2-day market, which is pretty good. It's rare to find a space in that storeroom because everyone tries to cram all their things in there. So I was able to find some room because I am literally right next to the storeroom. You may have seen it in the footage from yesterday, but I'll definitely be showing you or me taking it out of there this morning. But I'm only a couple steps away from the actual storeroom, so as I filled up each box with my goods and scrunchies and things, I was just stacking them into the storeroom and then filling up the next box and then stacking that on top as well. I was also able to leave my trolley there as well, so today's setup should be pretty quick and pretty easy. So we will be heading out pretty soon. I am in comfy attire again today. So my shoes are Joe Mercer, my knit sweatpants are Zara, and my jumper is from Witchery, and I've also got my parka there as well. It is warming up at the moment. It's actually the second day of spring. It's the 2nd of September now, so it is warming up a bit, and I probably won't need that, but it can get pretty cold in the actual venue itself, and there has been a time when it's been freezing, so I'll take that just in case. But we're gonna head downstairs, make some more tea, and make and pack a quick lunch. I was so tired yesterday and I really needed a coffee at the market, but by the time that it was around 2 p.m. when I was really crashing and needed that coffee, but then there was only an hour left of the market, so I didn't end up getting one, so I could just come home and crash and have a nap. So we will be getting something sweet today just for a pick-me-up as well, although I'm definitely not as tired as yesterday, so that is a plus for today. But we'll be heading downstairs now, and then I will see you all when we get to the market.